It is time for Stugotz to share his game notes. No one in the media will tell you what happened better than my boy Stu.
Weekend observations. Clear my throat. Brought to you by Miller Lite. Great taste. 96 calories. Available for delivery. Dan, that cleared it. He went to L.A. on a mission. And let me be the first to say, mission complete. Because Dan, after an incredible, grueling, 2-week stretch covering the Rams, the Chargers, the Lakers, the Kings, and UCLA for Meadowlark Media, make no mistake about it, you are back.
Yes, after the big Sedano sit-down, we went down to...
You did that, huh?
Yeah, we roped him in. It's the only reason we went.
He was here this weekend, Sonata.
He was?
Yes.
He sounds so
town.
good.
Yeah.
He sounds
He's great.
So professional on those broadcasts. He was faking it at the beginning, and now he's sparklers in the sky. He's so good at it.
He is. Practice makes perfect. Could have just waited a week, though. That's all I'm saying. But you had to cover the teams, and that's what you did.
I had to get it before he did the Virginia game. I had to get it exclusively first.
Speaking of back, Julio Jones?
You already used that one.
I know. It's just sitting there. I mean,
he was out of the league there, and then he played for the Titans.
It feels like yesterday I was hiding behind a pole at the Atlantis just spying on him playing cards.
It wasn't yesterday.
Yeah.
It was old enough, long enough ago for a receiver to get old.
Right. I hit something on my phone, and now I can't stop getting emails from Rocco Mediate. Roxy.
Is it Roxy?
It is.
Are you sure? It's not Rocky?
It's Roxy.
Are you sure?
Some people go Rocky. Some people go Roxy. I go Roxy. But I keep getting emails from the guy. I mean, he's not going to fix my golf game. Enough, you know? Thinks he can, though.
Are you guys getting a lot of political texts? I just can't get them to stop. I cannot get them to stop.
Just like a lot of spam texts, actually.
You text back stop.
I've done it many times.
And then you block the number.
Huh.
And then it doubles.
They find another way, though.
Yeah, I know. There's always a new one,
Yes.
kind of like whack-a-mole. But, you know, it hasn't been as bad for me as the presidential election.
Nikola Jokic has a chooch. The Joker. See that pass?
Such a great
Amazing.
pass.
Amazing. The best I've ever seen.
Mike,
since McHale.
They're 3-0. Mike, what are you shaking your head about?
Everyone wants to be obsessed with the Joker and Wembanyama. They should not be having your support thrown behind them.
They should be banned.
They have plenty of advantages.
So you are now lamenting the big man in the NBA. They're too big, it's unfair.
Just why do they need your help? They don't need any help. Wembanyama had a video that he put himself where he had his cell phone at eye length, and I'm convinced he's not a good basketball player now. It's just so easy.
Mike might be right about him.
It's like a Fisher-Price hoop.
Might be onto something with that.
You are not a sports fan if you're throwing your support behind Wembanyama. They must stop him.
Skinny legs.
He must be stopped. It's just not fair.
But he's not just doing tall guy stuff, Mike. Yeah. That's why he's so good.
Honestly, if you ask me, you should stick to the tall guy stuff.
Yeah, I'm with
You
you,
kind of
Mike.
want him out there dribbling.
Wow, you're talking out of the side of your mouth there. 0 for 6 from 3. 0 for 6. 0 for 6 from 3. Turnovers, fouls.
Just how about just put two arms up, hustle back on defense.
Yeah, get in the paint.
It's a little early on. Just hustle back on D, two hands up.
Just to be clear, your take on
Get on the blocks.
on Wembanyama is basically just run and dunk and dunk and block and dunk and block and dunk and block.
Stay close to the hoop.
Just know where your strengths are.
Mike out coaching Pop right now.
The Diamondbacks went with a classic called Fueled by Doubters, and we're keeping receipts. The old 1-2 punch. The D-backs. Dan, you know what the C in Clemson stands for?
I do not.
It stands for the CW. Next week, they should play on Comedy Central. Fueled by Doubters.
Dabo said he couldn't find it. He
Dabo.
Didn't know. Thank you.
Yeah.
Dabo said he couldn't find the CW anywhere. Couldn't find it. Didn't know where to find it.
If he found it, he could have watched himself lose.
Not a Supernatural fan.
Mm-hmm. Fueled by Doubters, and we're taking receipts, is actually a good name for a country music song.
And a Schwarzenegger movie.
I didn't think of that.
Yeah. Yeah, just put 78-year-old Sylvester Stallone on a movie poster and put that underneath his name.
Hey, Dabo, God called. He wants his money back from the NIL deal that you made with him. If the committee leaves undefeated Air Force out of the playoffs, they should be tried for treason. Kevin Durant said the Warriors should retire his jersey someday.
No one gets tried for treason in this country.
The back of his retired jersey
They what? They win the next presidential election?
should read hired gun.
Treason.
Honestly, at this point, I'm just hoping Air Force can field the team come bowl season.
Treason.
They're good.
Because of treason.
The Falcons. Top 5 things the Warriors should put on the back of Kevin Durant's retired jersey. OLI. You chose Kyrie over Curry. Number 5. No one chooses the Nets. Number 4. Thanks for stopping by. Number 3. Sucker. Number 2. If you can't beat them, join them. Thanks, Mike. Number 1. 0 rings. Here come the Magic. Dusty Baker said this is not goodbye. Just see you later. Hey, Dusty, make up your mind. Also, the Stugotz is strong in you. Who does that? I do.
Okay. A moment of self-reflection.
Who do you think you are? I am.
In the event you were concerned, everything is just fine in Athens, Georgia. Do it against Alabama.
Weren't you the one who was concerned?
I was.
A couple of weekend
But everything's
observations
fine now.
ago.
Yeah.
Okay. Because I'm pretty much the one who I just learned in the hallway. They just told me, hey, Dan, the next Ngannou promo is going to have you saying how he had no chance.
Fueled by doubters and keeping receipts.
Deion Sanders, Florida Gators, collision course.
Matt rules better.
Miami Hurricanes, the rare win that felt like a loss. Miami should have had to run gassers after that win. I looked up my doctor's new office number, and now every time I log on, there he is, staring at me. Every time. He's staring at me now. It's weird.
Log on to what?
The internet.
He just logged on to the internet. And
That's not a thing that people do anymore. Remember, I miss logging on. It was a dialed.
Gotta kickstart it, you know?
What does it mean?
So old.
I just click Safari and
Welcome.
rapidly close tabs.
My
that I forgot
doctor's
were
staring
open.
at me, though. I mean,
you don't know how to get it off of
no!
your computer?
No.
You got mail.
Oh, I missed that.
Goodbye.
Messenger.
You would log out too.
That's how Dan and I used to communicate.
That's right. That's true. Right here in the
We
show.
still would if they
Yeah,
had
we
it.
would. We would still
would-
do it. It's still how
Wait,
we
what did you guys used to do? Tell me. Hold on.
Dude,
Tell
the
me.
day that I had to pry AOL Instant Messenger away from them,
Now-
I'm like,
but-
Gmail has this. You
now-
can chat on Gmail.
But now we don't even communicate. The show was so much better then.
Would you guys put it like an away message on breaks?
AOL Messenger ruined the
BRB
show.
bathroom.
USC, the rare 50 burger with a side of you should be ashamed of yourselves. Put this in the something to ponder file. With everything going on here and around the world, ask yourself this. Should we be wasting any of the FBI's time on the Michigan football program? No need to discuss
Yes,
it now.
yes,
100%.
absolutely.
It's
This
something
is
to
important.
ponder.
Devote more resources.
Yes.
Ponder file.
There's nothing more
Where's
important.
the DEA?
Dan, you know what the C in Corey Seager stands for?
I do not.
It stands for clutch. You know what the G in Arolis Garcia stands for? Grapefruits. You know what the D in Jacob DeGrom stands for? Don't get a ring in my personal record book.
Really?
Oh, wow.
Wow.
Yeah, you were stuck on Garcia. What happened there?
I was trying to make sure there was a G in there. I was trying to just make sure. I thought sometimes with your accounting it can be a little off.
Garcia.
Yeah, no, I got it. But that's what you asked me what was happening, and I was telling you.
Got it.
What's happening.
0 points, plus 10 rebounds, plus 6 elbows, plus countless perfectly executed screens equals Al Horford. Rangers Diamondbacks. Greatest Game 1 in World Series history. Most of you will just have to take my word for it. I realize that's difficult, taking my word for it. Dan, you know what the C in Connor Stallion stands for?
I do not.
Stands for cheater. Connor Stallions.
Wow.
Great quarterback name. Chicago Bulls. The earliest players-only meeting in NBA history paid off
So good.
after a game.
Why didn't they just do it before the season started?
So good.
No one has thrown more meaningful first pitches in Major League Baseball history than George W. Bush, Mr. President. Scientists caught sperm.
Could have went W.
How could,
I don't know why.
How
I don't
could
know
we
what happened
long
there.
for that time? How is that possible?
It's
How-
a dud of a first pitch this time.
It bounced, yeah.
It was not good.
How Stugotz is just celebrating a time when that buffoonery led us and wasn't good enough. And,
President.
and I long for it, but
mean, they're all
Stugotz is
Mr.
still out
Presidents.
here with Mr. President.
Scientists caught sperm defying one of the major laws of physics. Sir Isaac Newton. Fraud. The prince of physics, my ass.
Wow.
What goes up must come down. Are you sure? Jets. With a rare road win in their home building. Dan, you know what the P in Purdy stands for?
I do not.
Not proper protocol. The 49ers better be careful of Chris Nowinski because he might charge them with the murder of Brock Purdy.
Did you pronounce his name right?
I have no idea.
Okay, that's the concussion doctor. Stugotz has been making fun of us for using. It was a neurologist, the former wrestler.
Yeah.
He did want to accuse the Dolphins of murder.
Just telling the Niners to be careful. He's out there. Playing Utah in Salt Lake City on a Saturday night is vastly different than playing them on Saturday afternoon. One might say the difference is night and day. The Utes. You like that? The U in Utah stands for you aren't good enough.
Yeah.
Duke, still a basketball school. So is Carolina. Death, taxes, and that loss by Oklahoma. Brett Venables, the Bob Stoops, is strong in you. Will Levis, whoa. Dan, you know what the W in Will Levis stands for?
Whoa.
Good guess, but no, it stands for wow.
Oh, you really got me off the scent there. You led me in, you baited me, and you tricked me. I can't believe that.
There is a devil comet that has ice volcanoes and horns that was presumably shot straight from hell and is headed right for us. Anyone looking into it? Anyone else concerned? Anybody?
I believe that's Reuben Bain.
Horns?
Yes, it has horns.
Horns.
It's a devil comet.
A devil comet with horns.
Shot from hell. Speaking of hell, Art Briles. Dan, those are the weekend observations.